Thank you. Thank you, Adam. And we'll go straight into the program. Now, the participating universities are Monroe College, University of Technology, Jamaica, University of the West Indies, Mona Campus, UWI Centre for Hotel and Tourism Management, and the University of the Virgin Islands. And really, we just want to acknowledge the sponsors also because, yes, the teams are doing it because they have the knowledge and they want to showcase, but it's also good to win a prize, or as Adam would say, to be incentivized to get that reward. So the sponsors are the Sandals Foundation. Let's hear it for them. City Tech Solutions. David Williams Funeral Home. And Academy Engraving. Now, the house rules, because we've got to have a few rules. Right. Presentations are all delivered one after the other. There is no break. And this says, remind the audience to remain quiet throughout the entire presentation. You're reminded. And to hold their applause until the teams have completed presenting. This is also very important for the judges, but what is also going to be really important for the teams is no sound effects. You know how we can be all awadat and all of that. No, whatever is presented is their idea. So we're going to hold the opinions, the awadat, really no. And instead, let's just listen, learn, experience, save our feedback and our comments because we don't want to influence the judges. And I know what it's like when I'm up there and I've made a mistake and someone says, so no. We're going to be, thank you. We're going to be really encouraging and motivating. Now, finally, each team has, well, it says after the first 10 minutes, the first bell will ring, and again at the 11th minute. And I really want to recognize the timekeeper, Lachey Maskell. Where are you? Yes, please stand. Now, how many minutes in total does each team have? So they have 11 minutes. So at 10 minutes, you know what's going to happen 60 seconds later. We're going to go right into the program. We wish you all the very best. And therefore, the first team on stage, UWI, Centre for Hotel and Tourism Management.
Good afternoon. My name is Lifa Moran, and I am from the beautiful Twin Islands of Trinidad and Tobago.
My name is Michaela Carrington, and I am from the islands where fine living was perfected, Barbados.
Daniela Thompson is my name, and I'm hailing from the beautiful Twin Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
When I grow up, I want to be a star. Stadium lights, bright as ever, the crowd screaming, my name, Lifa, Lifa, Lifa. Yeah, that's me. Out on the field, basking in triumph and glory. That was the dream, but this is the story. Go to school, attend all your classes. Do your O-levels, get some passes. Your father and I work too hard for you to squander away your life playing games. Football is a hobby, not a career. You think that will bring you fame? You feel anybody care about we? Small Caribbean country, barely on the map. The whole world still think we wear coconut bras and straw hats. Know your place. Don't debase and disgrace your birthplace, where you come from. Rather, embrace your space. Embrace the opportunities you have to make something of yourself. They say school days are the best days. Every Tuesday met me in school for PE class. B's in Spanish, but this one, all A's had passed. Rush home from school, do my homework, just to catch an hour on the track. I'm just hanging with the girls, Mom. I'll be right back. When she found out, boy, oh boy, I never get licks like that before. Every lash sent me closer and closer to the floor. No more sports, she said. Sports are for boys and little children. You have a glass ceiling to break, so you better start climbing. Sometimes I look outside the window of my 10-story office at those stadium lights. I marvel at Debbie Ferguson McKenzie and Shirley Ann Fraser Price, those who've risen above challenges and fought the good fight. But why should I fuss? I achieved success and I made it to the top. 6-digit salary, company cars, and laptops. I ran my race and I won. Or did I?
This is just not a business plan. The Caribbean Sports Expo is the real deal. We have real endorsements by real athletes like Olympic gold medalist Johan Blake and world relay champion Julian Ford.
And I support Caribbean Sports Expo all the time. World relay champion and I support Caribbean Sports Expo.
Now, let's get down to business. It is my great honor to present to you the next big event on your calendar. Caribbean Sports Expo 2014.
One Caribbean,
One team,
40 million strong.
When Garfield Sobers became the first ever batsman to hit 6 sixes in 1 over, weren't we all Barbadian in that moment? When Usain Bolt won 3 gold medals at the 2012 London Olympics, weren't we all Jamaican? No matter where you're from, it's still sports that we as Caribbean people unite. The theme for this year is Caribbean Pride and Unity. When we conceptualized the Caribbean Sports Expo, we could think of no better place than Jamaica, the sports mecca of the Caribbean, to hold the very first event. The expo will be held at the Montego Bay Convention Center over 3 days, August 15th to 17th. Our product offerings include come and try activities, where you, the attendees, try your hands at your favorite sports. We'll have a variety of workshops dealing with pressing sports-related topics, such as females in sports, and we'll have exciting shows, like our cheerleading show. While all these activities are great, the lifeblood of the Caribbean Sports Expo is our booths.
A variety of our booths will focus exclusively on sports, providing information relevant to each one. Among the more popular ones, we have swimming, tennis, and track and field, and some other not-so-prominent ones like archery, rugby, and equestrian sports. Reach.
Jamaica and the Bahamas are known for their prowess on the track, Trinidad on the football field, and Barbados is known for its skill in road tennis. Each island has a sport that is dear to their heart. At the Caribbean Sports Expo, countries will be given the opportunity to showcase the sports that mean the most to them. Did you know that boat racing and crab racing are popular on the island of Tobago? Me neither. Exactly why this expo is needed. Reach.
Our booths will feature the latest in sports equipment, apparel, and nutrition that combine to make this Caribbean Sports Expo great. Top brands include Reef and Wilson, not to mention the more popular ones like Nike and Puma. Other booths include HIV and AIDS in sports, doping, blind cricket, and souvenir stores. By now, if you all are not convinced, this Caribbean Sports Expo is the real deal.
We are a team.
We are a team.
That's right, we are.
That's right, we are.
We see the dream.
We see the dream.
Let's take it far.
Let's take it far.
We are a team.
We are a team.
That's right, we are.
That's right, we are.
We see the dream.
We see the dream.
Let's take it far.
Let's take it far. We are so excited to release to you the schedule for Caribbean Sports Expo 2014. Day 1 is first and foremost dedicated to our children. After a brief welcome, they will be free to explore the wonder that is the Caribbean Sports Expo. Students will be exposed to some Caribbean sports history, but in a fun and interactive way. There will be 3 workshops on day 1. One of these is conflict resolution in team sports, because we all know how those can go sometimes. Day 1 will also be dedicated to the trade. As Daniela mentioned a few moments ago, there will be booths devoted to gear sales. Caribbean businessmen and women will be able to negotiate and strike deals among themselves and with international suppliers. Now, a swanky day deserves a swankier ending. At 6 p.m., sports personalities, dignitaries, and other invited guests will be hosted at the 4-star Rio Montego Bay for an elegant cocktail reception.
Well, if you think day 1 was good, you're going to have a blast with day 2. After being addressed by the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Portia Simpson Miller, at our opening ceremony, be enlightened by performances from Marshall Montano, the Jamaican Gymnastics Federation, and later on at night, our bodybuilding and fitness shows. In between our exciting workshops, which include thinking and acting like a champion, first aid in sports, striving in sports with a disability, and for those of you out there that may be interested in sports journalism or sports writing workshop, get the opportunity to receive martial arts demonstrations and even meet with your favorite sports personalities like Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price and Usain Bolt, all in an environment that facilitates both education and excitement.
All well that ends well. If you think the other days were good, day 3 is even better. It's actually the best. The highlight of this day will be the cultural presentation by Trinidad and Tobago. Cultural presentation also include, we also have closing ceremony by the Minister of Tourism for Jamaica and Trinidad, contribution to sports, Coach of the Year, and Sports Person of the Year will be rewarded to the most outstanding persons in the sports community.
We also have a meet and greet with the Brian Charles Lara. Now, who would want to miss that? I know I wouldn't.
Now, we're going to try to do these financials in world record time. Leif is going to be helping me out with this stopwatch, so let's see how I do.
Ready, set, go.
We will require a total initial investment of $375,000. 80% of this will be acquired by a loan, which will all be repaid over 5 years, because we're just that great. Admissions for Caribbean nationals, $15, non-Caribbean, $20. We expect 4,000 Caribbean nationals, 3,000 non-Caribbean. To rent a booth will be $2,000, but only revenue-generating booths will be required to pay this fee. We still expect to sell about 120 booths. Can you check, please?
35 seconds.
Okay, right on track. Revenue streams include admissions, booth sales, souvenirs, food and beverage, and workshops. Our total revenues will be about $554,000. Total expenses is about 358. Revenues 554. This leaves us with a total net income of $146,772. Costs are dwarfed by benefits, and we have a cost-benefit ratio of 2.2. From everything I've said, you see that the expo is both financially viable and economically sustainable. But we're not only interested in our financial impact, but our impact on the wider economy, society, environment, and culture.
1 minute, 15 seconds. New world record, guys.
Our social responsibility is to the surrounding areas. Locals will pay less to enter the expo, and they will be selling at the expo. Our target markets include dignitaries, sports coaches, sports businesses, and parents and students.
The Caribbean Sports Expo is not just financially, economically, and socially sustainable, but it serves the best interests of the environment. We seek to have zero waste and be carbon neutral. No paper shall be used throughout the expo, thus registration, schedules, and presentations will all be available online. Through other initiatives such as the Zero Emission RAV4 provided by Toyota Jamaica to transport invited guests to and from the event, the use of the Sani with their plant bottle innovation, and our human cycling power station, the Caribbean Sports Expo will reduce the negative impact these events tend to have, as well as raise awareness on the possibility for alternative energy sources that are both sustainable and clean. So what does the future hold? The Caribbean Sports Expo is truly a unique product.
It is expected to see tremendous growth in the upcoming years.
In terms of attendees, exhibitors, media coverage, and information provided.
We hope to contribute to the local community through charity with the aim of developing Caribbean youth,
Introduce the Caribbean Sports Expo Scholarship,
make the expo more environmentally friendly through the use of electric-powered vehicles on a wider scale.
expand on specific topics with the themes Technology, the Way Forward in 2015 and Caribbean Women in Sports in 2016.
Assist in the emergence of the Caribbean as a viable destination, but not just on sand and sea,
but an avenue to showcase the talents and creativity of our people through sports.
And to transform lives, even if it is just one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the future of sports tourism in the Caribbean. Caribbean Sports Expo 2014.
One Caribbean,
One team,
40 million strong. We are a team.
We are a team.
That's right, we are.
That's right, we are.
We see the dream.
We see the dream.
Let's take it far.
Let's take it far.
We are a team.
We are a team.
That's right, we are.
That's right, we are.
We see the dream.
We see the dream.
Let's take it far.
Let's take it far.
Thank you very much.
We now want to welcome the University of the Virgin Islands, and they're going to be speaking on the Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute.
Investor Allen, Investor Brian, good afternoon and welcome this afternoon. Please have your seat. For the purpose of our records, in attendance to this meeting this afternoon are investors Ashley Allen Sr. and Melissa Bryan, joining the synergistic team of my colleague Damian Ardain and myself, Kirisha Collins, all of which represent the University of the Virgin Islands. We have convened this afternoon to discuss and present our ideas on the topic, create a sustainable business concept specific to our community in the Caribbean.
while some may view our endeavor as a challenge, we see an opportunity to promote growth, service, and endless possibilities within the territory of the U.S. Virgin Islands to include St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, and Water Island.
Interesting. Proceed with your vision.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Allow your imagination to envision with me the Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute. This facility will showcase a 40-room, full-service, eco-hotel, hospitality, and culinary training ground that will provide a service environment that exceeds industry best practices for students and guests.
Okay, help me to understand this concept of the mangrove. Students, guests, are you saying if we train students, guests will come?
Precisely. Students will experience an expensive or inexpensive opportunity to live training environment, which will be critical to entrepreneurial thinking and execution of skills. Our attention to optimal service will aim to meet the desires of our guests and to meet the required mandate of every level of hotel functionality. Picture it. Providing personal service and exceptional skills, and our authentic cuisine such as our mango sorbet, pick-up grouper on titty bread toast points.
Can you see it? On staying closely to the vision of the Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute, we are committed to being green. In conforming to being green, we give way for our theme to emerge, and that is everything is connected. Students will have the opportunity to work closely with local farmers, fishermen, suppliers, and other industry professionals while learning valuable business practices from the ground level up. By adopting a green, eco-friendly connectivity, the mangrove encompasses water conservation and production, alternative energy sources, agricultural sustainability, cultural and societal involvement, historical and environmental exploration, as well as health and wellness.
Okay, I get it. You are green. But please explain further the concept of how everything is connected.
Certainly. The theme, aptly entitled Everything is Connected, allows the mangrove to remain true to its Don't Break the Link educational campaign. It also allows the United States Virgin Islands the opportunity to advance in interregional travel. By adopting this theme, our message is clear. Though we are a U.S. affiliate, we will maintain true to our Caribbean heritage.
We have actively engaged your auditory senses. Now for your visual pleasure. There is much anticipation that your perception of development and tourism sustainability will be transformed by the information you're about to view. At the end of this presentation, you will be drawn by the economic and service-oriented magnet of the Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute. Our team's synergistic energy will impact the tourism industry within our borders or territories. Come, picture this with me. The Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and the Training Institute.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands. Please do enjoy your stay on St. Thomas.
Welcome to the Mangrove Eco Hotel and Training Institute. As you enter our lobby, you will be engulfed by the sounds of our native scratch band, which is steeped in our traditional island music, the music of Quilbay. As you listen to the sounds of Quilbay music, you will see a demonstration of our traditional dance called the quadrille. Also, during your stay, you will be offered the opportunity to observe and purchase from the artisans on property, such as our basket weavers, wood carvers, and local jewelers. All of our amenities offered are not just for the curious onlooker, but our guests are welcome to enjoy our lobby and to take part in our various activities. Throughout our hotel, you will find a variety of herbs and vegetables using the Culinary Institute to stimulate our taste buds and create our unique dishes. The Mangrove will actively engage and utilize the curriculums of the Caribbean Tourism Learning System and the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, which offers academic programs and national certification. Under the direction of master chefs, the Mangrove Culinary Institute will utilize the American Culinary Federation and the National Restaurant Association curriculum. This integrated method of learning will firmly establish a valued workforce and produce stakeholders. The Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute will serve as a catalyst for local businesses and island-wide sustainability, primarily creating opportunities for local entrepreneurs to share in avenues for marketing and promoting their goods and services. The Mangrove, where training leads to excellence that creates a sustainable tourism product.
Given the visual demonstration on what is to be a first for the United States Virgin Islands, we invite you to further investigate our plans by reviewing the business prospectus that is currently being handed out to you. We also invite you to take this opportunity to invest in the Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute by calling 1-800-340-USVI. And finally, we thank you for sitting in on our presentation to our investors as we create the vision of the Mangrove Eco Boutique Hotel and Training Institute in the United States Virgin Islands. Thank you for helping get our dream manifested within our territory.
Ladies and gentlemen, come with us on a journey. Imagine an event that encapsulates the unique and vibrant experience that is the Caribbean.
An event that highlights our similarities and celebrates our cultural differences.
Imagine an event that is able to promote goodwill and strengthen the links that exist among us.
We present to you Caribbean.
Put your flags up in the sky. Caribbean is 6 months of events that culminates in a 2-day festival using sports, food, and music to celebrate our Caribbean culture. Our main aim is to promote domestic and intra-regional tourism among all 30 member countries under the CTO banner. We believe that the staging of this event will encourage travel in the region and thus contribute to the growth of our tourism industry.
We are absolutely excited to be presenting this event today. The inaugural staging of Caribbean is set to be held in Jamaica at Grizzly's Plantation Cove in St. Anne, comprising hearty food, fantastic music, fabulous works of art, and the most exciting sporting events. We will be creating a Caribbean kitchen in which territories will be given food stalls to prepare their most famous dishes and new exciting recipes. Our craft market will be full of clothing, fresh paintings, the most elaborate woodwork, and other crafts from all across the Caribbean, presenting unique views on the artistic influences in each territory. We in the Caribbean know how to have a good time, and usually this is not done without some good music. So we decided to have a concert showcasing talents from all across the Caribbean. This event most certainly could not take place without sports being a staple. So we have decided to feature the most fast-paced sports that we love to play in the Caribbean. 2020 cricket will be a must-see sporting event. Six-a-side football, fast-track netball, volleyball, and other Caribbean pastimes such as pushcart racing, dandy shandy, dominoes, and even some goat racing. Now, in order to select teams for Caribbean's grand finale, there will be Caribbean national qualifying events in each territory, 6 months prior to the staging of our grand finale in Jamaica. Anyone is welcome to participate in these qualifying events, from which country representatives will be chosen. Caribbean is a 30-year plan to increase integration within our region, and we as a team hope to accomplish this by having a different CTO member state host the grand finale every year. So look out for Caribbean's grand finale in a territory near you, coming soon.
Now, we plan to target persons from the Caribbean region, and by extension, the diaspora in the UK, Canada, and right here in the US. Of course, everyone is welcome to enjoy the festivities of Caribbean. But more specifically, we plan to target sports enthusiasts, college students, families, and food lovers. Through our public relations, we will have popular persons who will act as brand ambassadors to represent us on radio and television programs such as Caribbean Passport and other social media platforms. Our sales promotions will include having early bird ticket sales, ticket giveaways, and road shows leading up to the event where each team will be revealed to their specific country. We'll also launch a Facebook Games competition where fans can create their own games, and the best one will be selected and introduced at Caribbean. We think the best time to host this event is during the Independence period or around any other major celebration because of the pride and the holiday. We all know the joy and enthusiasm that comes with supporting a team, whether it be the US Virgin Islands, the Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Guyana, or any other Caribbean country. This will motivate people to travel. Now, we could not have a fully integrated event and not include our children. And as such, Caribbean will have a kiddies corner that will cater to their needs.
So we created Caribbean to promote long-term regional integration. But this plan cannot work unless it is sustainable. So in addition to sponsorship and other sources of funding, such as ticket sales and stall rentals, we will be requesting a financial contribution from each participating country valued at $5,000 US. This is to aid in the economic sustainability of Caribbean. Not only do we want to help each country to be able to host this event, but a percentage of our profits will be given to a community development project in the host country. And all sporting equipment used at Caribbean will be given to community centers nearby. We will have a regional planning committee with representatives from each participating country to build team spirit and to ensure transparency. In addition to our economic and social sustainability efforts, we will be using environmentally friendly material in building any infrastructure needed at the venue, as well as using recycling bins and biodegradable food containers and utensils in our Caribbean kitchen. There will be minimal long-term environmental impacts of Caribbean, since our event is moving from country to country each year.
Caribbean exists not to replace any of the current efforts being employed, such as Carifta, Carifesta, or Caribana, but it is an amalgamation of sports, food, and music that creates an atmosphere of appreciation for our Caribbean culture. Our main aim is to ensure that we foster integration and encourage intra-regional travel. Not only will Caribbean foster integration, but it will allow for cultural retention for our domestic tourists as well as members of the diaspora. We strongly believe that tourism is the vehicle that will lead us to economic growth, socio-cultural development, and heightened environmental awareness in the Caribbean. Caribbean Union will stimulate domestic tourism and promote brand awareness via sponsorship from different companies. I'm about to conclude, but first, let me take a selfie. As Mr. Stewart says, we are the future, and we believe that tourism will lead us down that path. We believe that Caribbean Union is the future for interregional integration. Caribbean Union is here to create bonds. Caribbean Union is here to strengthen those already existing.
My name is Franz George, and I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
My name is Erika Huntley Lewis, and I am from Guyana.
Hi, I'm Tiffany from Antigua and Barbuda.
Hi, I'm Tinoka Williams, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Hi, my name is Kayla Benford, and I am from Jamaica.
We are one Caribbean.
We are one Caribbean.
And we are one Caribbean.
And we are one Caribbean.
Yes, indeed, we are one Caribbean.
Together, forever.
Caribbean Union.
It is home to the descendants of a former independent runaway slaves, the Maroons. Come, enjoy, and learn about a culture so rich, so vibrant, and so diverse, all in its unspoiled splendor. Make no mistake, while Moortown may not be for the typical visitor, it may very well be for you. Whether you're looking for a road trip, an authentic cultural experience, a nature trail with captivating sounds of the birds, swimming in the healing water and moving forest, or simply the desire for relaxation and tranquility. It only takes one visit to Moortown to garner a lifetime of unforgettable memories. See you there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're from the University of Technology, Jamaica, and we'll be presenting on the Moortown experience. My name is Camila McGann.
I am Felicia Headley.
Kimon Robinson.
And I am Wayne Wesley, a Maroon from Moortown.
Now, what is Moortown? You must all be wondering. Moortown is an idyllic maroon village located between the Blue and Jonquil Mountains in the eastern hills of Portland, Jamaica. Now, what is so phenomenal about this place? Moortown is actually home to a people who are descendants of the Maroons. And who were these Maroons? Maroons were the runaway slaves who fought tooth and nail with the British colonizers to maintain their freedom. Historians also argue that these same Maroons aided and abetted runaway slaves and also rebels who were also anti-slavery. Now, separate and apart from the fact that Moortown is a living historical village, Moortown is also blessed with an abundance of natural beauty, trekking for waterfalls, hiking trails, and also indigenous flora and fauna. Why did we select Moortown? Moortown is considered to be a forgotten Maroon village. However, by working closely with the residents, we are seeking to go on a redevelopment program, which will seek to create a paradigm shift from the traditional perception of the Caribbean being sea, sun, sand, and to a more realistic, sustainable tourism. Speaking of sustainability, of course, we plan to work closely with the Moortown Maroon Council to integrate sustainable management practices. This may be done through implementing a daily threshold that is to be maintained, of course, to preserve the Maroon culture. Moortown also affords us with the opportunity to attract you who dare to be adventurous, you who love nature, or just someone who's willing to go on a hike and just relax and enjoy themselves. And we implore you, and we want to show that Moortown development, sustainability can all occur simultaneously.
Now, you may be wondering who our target markets are. Let me say, we wish not to attract the mass market, but the few who are into nature and adventure tourism, visitors wanting to reconnect with their past and learn about our heritage, self-described cultural enthusiasts, ecotourists, bird watchers, researchers, students going on educational tours, and journalists. You're all welcome to visit our village. The sophisticated and luxury travelers looking for a nice, serene environment just to get away from the hustle and the bustle and become a part of Mother Nature. Moortown is the place to be. And how will you know about Moortown, you may ask? In order for us to successfully achieve the target of domestic and international tourists to the Moortown experience, heavy emphasis will be placed on promotional campaigns by relying on social media and direct marketing.
Now, the Moortown experience offers a wide range of exhilarating amenities to its guests. Among the relatively unexplored natural, cultural, and ecological products that the community has to offer, it includes a cultural immersion program for domestic and international tourists interested in sharing in an authentic maroon experience. This cultural immersion program will allow visitors to reside among the host population for periods not exceeding 30 days at a time, permitting them to indulge in the distinct cultural practices and traditions. Guests will have the remarkable experience of blowing and interpreting the abeng, learning the language, traditional folklore, as well as music and dance, and feasting on traditional meals, and simply existing in a tranquil maroon setting nestled against the backdrop of the famed Jamaican Blue Mountains. For our nature lovers, there is a range of nature-based activities that you can seek out and explore among the natural settings of the community. Even the rugged roads that lead to Moortown provide a bit of authenticity. There are also numerous hiking or nature trails through the Blue and Jonker Mountain ranges, climbing the Nanny Falls, bird watching, and nature photography. For those who crave to learn more about our past, there's the Cultural and Heritage Tour, relying on the rich maroon heritage and the remnants of our only national heroine, Nanny of the Maroon. There will also be a tour of the Bumgrave Nanny's burial site, as well as an exploration of the Nanny Trail, Nanny's path during the battle with the British. For those who seek out alternative medicine, there is the Health Center, an alternative health facility where persons can seek out remedies for an array of illnesses through the traditional herbal or spiritual remedies that the community's healer, the psychic Mother Lady, prepares for the visitors. Finally, the Moortown experience offers retail therapy and other amenities. Even in this relatively remote village, you'll be able to find a Maroon Jerk Center, a Blue Mountain Cafe, where you'll have the best blends of coffee grown in the area, as well as special blends of herbal teas, using age-old maroon recipes endemic from plants within that region, and a gift shop incorporating local crafts and miniature artifacts.
Now let's talk business. When you're investing in a product, in a development of this nature, it is only natural that you might question, do you have electricity? Would you have water? Would you have good roads? Now, the answer to all of that is yes, yes, and yes. Moortown has it all. And it is also approximately 3.5 hours from 2 international airports. You have Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston, and you have Sangzhou International Airport in Montego Bay. I said 3.5 hours, but if you drive like a New Yorker or a Jamaican, it might be a little less. Now, when you invest in the Caribbean, there's that brand, there's that goodwill, there's that wow factor, there's that je ne sais quoi that is associated with the Caribbean, which is always a plus for investors. Now, you may think that investing in the Caribbean might be a little expensive, especially since CNN labeled one of the countries in the Caribbean as being one of the coolest countries in the world. And yes, I am talking about Jamaica. Now, let's speak a little bit dollars and cents here. In year one, as with most businesses, you will have costs associated. You'll have the initial costs, which would be spent on infrastructure. You would have furniture to acquire equipment. So in year one, you will be spending. Year two and year three, you can expect to start seeing profits. And that is because this development relies heavily on community tourism and also on intangible product. And we projected that by year three, you'll see approximately $81,720.72 US. Now, in conclusion, it is a win-win situation for both sides, for both the investors and also for the people. So I encourage you, I would like to join you in this venture in Moortown. Please.
Go wild! The
Moortown experience.
And we're now going to see the final presentation. This is Monroe College, and their presentation is Fedon's Oasis Spa and Wellness Center.
Just imagine receiving a bay leaf dip tissue full body massage with the sound of cascading water flowing in the background, or the pungent aroma of cinnamon awakening your senses as you gaze at the serenely peaceful granite and crater lake. Such unique experience will not only cleanse your body, but your soul, your mind, and your spirit. Imagine Grenada, the pure spice island of the Caribbean. Good day, honorable ministers of tourism, distinguished judges, and members of the audience. My name is Carleen Williams, manager and herbalist. Allow my fellow team members to introduce themselves.
Greetings all. My name is Nina Harvey, Director of Food and Beverage.
Good afternoon. My name is Eli Pemberton, Director of the Children's Wellness Program.
Good day, beautiful Caribbean people. My name is Alyssa Roll, your Executive Spa Director, and Monroe College presents
Fedon's Oasis Spa and Wellness Center. The history of Grenada is deeply rooted in a revolutionary spirit. In 1795, Julien Fedon, a black French plantation owner, influenced by the Haitian and French Revolution, launched a rebellion known as Fedon Rebellion. His objective was the well-being of the people and to make Grenada independent of British rule. It is our goal to pay tribute to Julien Fedon, his revolutionary and compassionate spirit, through the launching of Fedon's Oasis Spa and Wellness Center. Pure wellness, pure spice.
According to a 2012 report from the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 adults worldwide has escalating blood pressure rates. 1 in 10 suffers from diabetes, and 3 in 10 suffers from obesity. Given such severe health scares, our Spa and Wellness Center plans to address these issues by using a preventative approach with some of the best natural remedies found on Grenada's very own soil. We believe that
our nation's health is our nation's wealth.
Therefore, our project aims to de-stress you, assist you in your overall intakes of healthier foods, and increase your overall physical activities. Nina will now explain to you how our customers will get to our facility.
Our clients will journey via bus or taxi from the capital of St. George's, where they will enjoy a 25-minute scenic drive to the Granditang Forest Reserves. Upon arrival, they will be greeted with fresh coconut water and then checked in at our welcome center. Eli, tell them about our customers and how we will target them.
Of course. Grenada is a family-oriented paradise. Our venture will target both stayover and cruise ship visitors who are seeking alternative medicine vacation spots. It is also an ideal honeymoon destination, and as such, our services will cater to couples who want to be in touch with nature. The Caribbean region and visiting friends and relatives, which are the second and fourth largest markets for Grenada, will also be targeted. However, the domestic market will be pivotal in the off-peak season. To promote our services, we will use social media, local tour operators, as well as radio ads. Take a listen.
Where we specialize in family wellness and where the natural remedies will invigorate your body, mind, and soul.
My colleagues will now describe how our services will promote healthy lifestyles.
Grenada, the Spice Island, has contributed some of her finest herbs and spices to our spa facilities. Spices such as ground cinnamon, raw nutmeg, and ginger root have all been proudly incorporated into our amazing spa packages. Try our Cinnamon Supreme Detox Package. It's infused with herbal teas for the cleansing of the pancreas for better insulin controls. Or for deep penetrations to the pores, try our Banana Leaf Steam Full Body Wrap. And my all-time favorite, the Honey and Coconut Oil Deep Tissue Massage. For those tense shoulders and those nagging sore muscles. Our highly trained estheticians will ensure that our customers feel the healing balm of these spices. Also, indulge in our walks and hikes through the Granny Tang Forest, our meditating yoga retreats by the riverside, and take a little dip in the Seven Sisters Falls, with prices ranging from only $90 to $300, and our free holistic consultations. I don't know about my employees, but I cannot wait to use my employee discount. Allow our herbalist to explain to you more about our free consultations.
At Fedon's Oasis, we take a holistic approach to wellness using natural remedies. You will be amazed at the benefit a little spice can do daily. From managing your insulin or sugar levels, to clear skin, to healthy, shiny hair. Instead of soft drink, use lemongrass water, lose weight, and feel great. For that nagging toothache, use some clove. Sip a little cinnamon tea for that diarrhea. And for the muscle sprains, rub, spray with some nutmeg oil. Ask Kirani James, our Olympic gold medalist. He sure will tell you. Judges, this competition so stiff, you need some after this competition. We have tailored the diet and health regimes based on traditional granny cues, coupled with modern knowledge. This approach will ensure our successful use of alternative medicine. Eli, what do we have to offer for my 7-year-old son?
Well, Carly, the Children's Wellness Program comprises of a guided bike riding tour through the illustrious trails of the Granny Tang, where tour guides will elaborate the natural flora and fauna to the children. A stop will then be made where they'll have the opportunity to eat lunch and bathe in the relaxing waters of the Seven Sisters Fall. A further stop will then be made at our Evergreen Cafe, where they'll have the opportunity to partake in tastings of various shakes using fruits and spices from our own greenhouse garden. Nina, can you tell our clients what they'll expect at the Evergreen Cafe?
Sure, Eli. Our cafe will provide healthy foods and drinks which would aid in weight loss and overall health care. We believe in
good food,
good flavor,
and good health.
Today, there is a growing concern that our diets are high in fat and sodium, low in fiber, and lacking the essential vitamins and minerals. However, our local cuisine will demonstrate the healthy options that patrons can use in their daily lives, such as farm-raised chickens, fish, and fruits and vegetables freshly supplied. Items on our menu will include our sumptuous green pepper salad and grilled mai-mai with lemongrass slaw to control your blood pressure while detoxing your body. For weight loss, try a refreshing lemongrass ginger tea. And for a natural aphrodisiac, indulge in our inexpensive watermelon babandi salad. So men, there is no need for Viagra. In addition to our services, we are extremely ecologically conscious. Tell them about our sustainable practices, Eli.
Of course, of course. The spa will install solar panels for heat and energy conservation. All of our oils, creams, and sanitizers will be biodegradable and environmentally friendly. All paper, plastic, glass material, as well as the waste summer ingredients will be recycled. To conserve energy, our linens will be dried under the warm Caribbean sunshine I know all of you know and love. We are also ecologically friendly. We're also environmentally friendly, and we like to. We're also environmentally friendly, and we like to give our clients that feeling of rejuvenation and relaxation. There are also many potential growth opportunities for our business. Alyssa, can you elaborate?
Yes. Well, the air passenger travel duty tax will be reduced by April 2015, giving the opportunity for more Europeans to visit Grenada. Also, the rebranding of Grenada as Pure Grenada will attract more of our targeted clientele. We have tremendous growth and confidence in the growth of our business, and Nina will explain this growth.
We will start an eco club which will allow primary school students to visit the greenhouse and the Evergreen Cafe. Within the next 5 years, we will establish a training institute which will offer certifications in areas of aromatherapy. Eli will now expound on our financial projections.
We expect to make modest profits over the first 3 years of the business. As a socially responsible business, we will donate 12% of our profits to a clinic in Vendon, St. George's.
According to Sir Hilary Beckles, in every black family in the Caribbean, diabetes and hypertension is endemic. There's an explosion of ill health caused by colonialism and slavery. At Fedon's Oasis Spa and Wellness Center, we aim to reverse the consequences of our history by offering pure, natural, and economic approaches that will aid in the curbing of the rise of such health issues. Come to Grenada,
where the spices will re-energize you,
where the Granny Tang Lake and Seven Sisters Falls will de-stress you,
and the cycling and walking will uplift you.
Come to Fedon's Oasis and experience pure wellness, pure spice. Thank you for your time.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And I've been at this podium year after year in different capacities, sometimes as a judge, sometimes introducing, sometimes closing. But I'm really happy to continue to engage and interact with institutions and young people from across our region, and also attending some of the institutions outside of our region as well. And as she said, I was to come after the judges brought their response and declared the winners and runners-up and all of that. But anyway, I'll still say a few words to you, and not, hopefully I'm not jumping the gun in anything at all. Congratulating, first of all, I really want to congratulate again all the 5 participating education institutions for making the commitment to participate in this year's student colloquium. I'm really aware of all the work that goes into, from both the, your instructors, lecturers side to the young people who are actually doing the presentations. In fact, some of the background stuff that you don't know is that they had to first present their business plan in advance. So they had to actually develop a full-blown business plan to a team, to a certain number of people, a team really, to be able to say, can you get into the next rounds? And so they did have to go through that rigor of developing a full-blown business plan before getting to this round of this student colloquium. Also, I would say that really year after year, we do see a lot of talent, and we do see this, youthful energy and, the creativity that they bring to the project ideas that they present up here. And really, but at the end of the day, they also, wrap it together with some really strong knowledge of the industry and some product ideas that they feel can really make a difference and sell in this environment that we are in. And you know, at CTO, we always talk about that's the business that we are in. We are in the business of selling ideas. And how we present those ideas is as equally important as the ideas we are bringing to the table. And so I think this year was no exception in looking at the very creative and different ways that presentations were made to sell their ideas in terms of the different kinds of products that they were going to be offering and unleashing to the region. And I think at the end of the day, you know, I heard one of the groups say a quote, and I think maybe it applies to all of them, in that at the end of the day, all of them, really, all of the groups, the 5 groups, were really thinking and acting as champions. And I really want to acknowledge that and give them a big round of applause. I would have to say that, you know, at CTO, we always have a youth component in all of our major activities. We want to engage actively with the youth. So this morning we made a presentation and I shared the Youth Congress of 2013, which we had at our State of the Industry Conference in Martinique last year. So we have our young people who participate in a discussion about topical tourism issues, and that really sparks the interest of many of those young people to want to continue to embrace tourism and to be part of tourism. And that's a good thing. And then our foundation, the CTO Foundation, gives them further support in terms of supporting their studies when they want to go on to study tourism. So we plug that in terms of this youth congress, that the age group of that is between 14 and 17 years old. Then we have the student colloquium every year in New York, and this is the 4th year that we are hosting this colloquium, and it's a older age group that we are targeting, and they're presenting their ideas and selling their ideas to us. And in fact, we have talked about, and maybe this is where the Sandals Foundation and others come in, and also, you know, in our, whether we have our Human Resources Conference or our Sustainable Tourism Conference, again, we always have activities, student forum, student activities, where we are bringing the ideas of the youth to the table so that they can share with us and let us know what their thinking is of the future of tourism in our region and how they can demonstrate to us that they can really make a strong contribution to Caribbean tourism. At the end of the day, I would say that, you know, that the concept behind this students' colloquium was actually from a group of young persons. It was the CTO interns, and we had shared yesterday and today that we do take in many interns from many of these, I would say maybe all of these institutions that were presented here. We do take in interns into our offices, the New York, the London, and the Barbados offices, and they do come with all of their enthusiasm and bright ideas, and we are glad for the extra head and hands to help us to move along some of the projects that maybe are a little languishing from time to time. And I saw Michaela here. Michaela was in our office as an intern most recently. She is out of the Bahamas campus of UWI. And so I'm saying that, you know, this idea of the student colloquium was born by student interns out of the New York office. They said, what can we give back and how can we showcase the youth, you know, the youthfulness, the youth ideas and that we can bring to the table. And so this was born out of those interns that really said that we want to give back something to CTO and let's engage the youth in the CTO, in the Caribbean Week in New York. So I think we really have a lot of good ideas on the table. The project ideas were very sound and varied, some with a one Caribbean kind of vision, and others with more of a specific island vision for a particular destination. But again, very sound and practical ideas, and that's part of the judging of it in terms of the practicality of the ideas that you're bringing to the table. So I told Silma, don't make me have to do any song and dance up here whilst the judges are continuing to deliberate. So just my closing remarks is really to say that as we have said before, all of the teams have really performed extremely well, and we are very, very proud of them. And I just want to leave you, young people, with a quote from a person who is an African American who was a great woman in this society, Maya Angelou. And she said, and I am paraphrasing what she said, but I think it's very apt for you. It says, "Let nothing dim the light which shines from within." Thank you very much.
So let's get back on with the program. The prizes. All right, we have some wonderful prizes, and they're about to be given out in the next few seconds before I invite the judges up. So third prize, iPad sponsored by David Williams Funeral Service. Second prize, Microsoft Surface tablet sponsored by City Tech Solutions. First prize, hotel stay sponsored by Sandals. And of course, we have some trophies to take home on top of the certificates and gift baskets that people have been winning. Aren't you having a great time with the Caribbean Tourism Organization? I have to big up my organization as well, you know, my colleagues. Right, so we're going to invite the head judge, Mr. Benjamin Manindo, to the podium, and he has the task of giving us the judges' results. So let me just see how we're going to do this. Right, so you're going to announce third place, second, and first. Okay?
I might just ask something you want to do as judges.
Yes.
One of the hardest things to do is...
Is this off the air or to the audience?
It's the audience.
Okay, yeah. Go.
One of the hardest things to do is to give a judgment on a presentation without giving the presenters an opportunity to hear how we arrived at our conclusions. So if you guys don't mind, I would like to ask my co-judges to come along, and we would like to give an overall... I should start out by saying this has been a real privilege for us. Sitting here and listening to these presentations, there's so much talent in this room, as you've heard even from the guest speakers so far. You know, asking us to judge the presentation is almost like asking, I believe his name is Richard Williams, Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father, asking him who he thinks should win when the two of them are finalists in a tournament. It's very difficult. But I want to say that it's been an amazing experience for us. We'd start out, I want to make it for the bell rings again, as brief as possible. And so what we'll do, we'll take turns in explaining what we thought about the various presentations. I'll start out by talking about the university, and by the way, this is not in any particular order. We'll announce the final winners after this. Mangrove, the Eco Boutique, presented by the University of Virgin Islands, was a great idea. We thought it was actually a very creative presentation. One thing that threw us off a little bit was we got lost in the overemphasis on the video presentation. There was also a piece of it that caught our attention, the fact that there was a lot of reading. You know, when you read your presentations, you tend to lose your audience. And you knew the material. I think you own it. But when you look at your notes, you lose the connection you have with the audience. And that sort of caught our attention. But in general, it was actually a very good presentation. The creative, the use of the technology was very, very good. But I think we found that it crowded your presentation and ended up taking up more of your presentation than your actual own contributions. I'll ask my colleague Andrea to give.
All right, I'm doing the Sports Expo. Sports is such an amazing part of what we do in the Caribbean, and we thought the idea was very good, but you took a little bit too long to get to the point of, you know, here is why you're doing what you're doing and how you're going to do it. So that was a little bit off-putting. However, it sort of felt to us like a play, as opposed to, you know, as an investor, here's what we're doing and here's what we think that the reason why you should invest in what we are doing, okay? So it didn't seem to be as serious as it should have been. Having said that, you covered everything you could have covered in terms of an event. you know, all your interaction with your media, your celebrities, all the tracks that you're doing, educational, your retail for your expo, selling, bringing the Caribbean together for this was really, really good. So generally we thought it was comprehensive. We thought it was very well thought out. We thought you presented your financials very well, but we just kind of got lost in the beginning, right?
Okay, this is for Carib Union. Personally, we all liked it. We thought there was some really good energy there. We liked the really linear and simplicity of it. I think you were very focused and you kept hitting hard on the integration of One Caribbean. I know Hugh Riley was jumping up and down every time you said that because he keeps preaching it. So overall, we thought that was really good. It was lacked a little on the details, I thought. But other than that, I thought, you know, we loved the energy. Good idea, good energy, little shy on details, but I thought we thought it was good. Moortown. This is an idea that we really liked a lot. We thought it was very original. It was different from the other ones. And it was talking about an issue that you all talked about, which is sustainable tourism and involving the other parts of the island that's not on the beach. So we really liked that a lot. We thought a lot of good detail in there, solid presentation. Couple things here. Had a lot of slides up there with a lot of bullets on there, and you were reading the same bullets again. So it tended to get a little tedious in the presentation, but other than that, solid presentation.
Monroe College, again, another solid presentation. We thought you were very good working together as a team. You will demonstrate that team spirit. We thought you were very, very clear in your proposition. The use of how you sort of got to the point immediately of the financials was, for me, particularly appealing. You know, if someone's going to invest, which is really why you're doing this, you want to be very clear to them as to why they should invest and where their money is going. The inclusion of the community in your project also very strong. Just overall, we love this. It was a very well researched, very well presented, very well put together project.
Okay. With that said, the winners will start with the third place. Was Carib Union, presented by Jamaican, Yui Mona, please.
So that's Carib Union. And we'd like to invite the sponsors, Mr. David and Mrs. Pauline Williams, to join us on stage and to present the iPads to the members of that team. So once again, let's hear it for Carib Union. And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Williams, for your sponsorship.
Coming in second was more. I know.
If we could just have an official moment, please. A photo, yeah. Thank you very much.
And coming in second was Moortown, presented by University of Technology.
And we would like to invite Leo McFarlane, representing CityTech Solutions, to present the group with their Microsoft Surface tablets. And now that they've won, I can declare I got my first degree at UTech. Well done. Well done.
And finally, the winners are Fit on Spar by Monroe College.
we would like to invite Adam Stewart, on stage to present their prize stay in one of your properties. And well done to Monroe College.
Yes, if you can stay there,
We'd now like to invite Mrs. Silma Brown Bramble, CTO's Director for the Americas, to present the trophies to the winners, and this is sponsored by Academy Engraving. Can we also invite Professor Thompson, please, to join the winning team? And really, I just want to thank all the coaches, lecturers, teachers, everyone who supported the team. It takes a lot to get this far. So if we can also have the official photograph. Oh, that's nice. Professor got a prize as well. Selma, in the picture, yeah. So if we can have the final photos, please. Yeah. And once again, let's hear it for the winning team. That really was excellent. Thank you all very much. Someone is saying 3. What does 3 mean? I knew that. Well done, Monroe, and thank you all, and thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you very much. Now, we've already had the closing remarks, so we're now going to invite Andrea Church, who is going to do the vote of thanks. So we'll invite Andrea Church. Now, Andrea is the person responsible for coordinating this with all the volunteers and sponsors. And Andrea has been working on this program for 4 years now. So, Andrea, we'd like to hear from you.
Honorable Beverly Nicholson Doherty, Chairman of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, Mr. Hugh Riley, Secretary General and CEO, Directors of Tourism, students, invited guests, sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this afternoon to support the Rising Stars in Tourism as they presented their sustainable tourism projects. We are most grateful for your participation. In particular, we express heartfelt thank you to Honorable Beverly Nicholson Doherty. Your opening remarks were inspiring. Thank you. Mr. Hugh Riley, your warm welcome and introduction set the tone for this evening's event. Mr. Adam Stewart, your motivation remarks will forever be etched in our minds and hearts. Thank you. Ms. Carol Hare, our Master of Ceremony, thank you for an excellent job. Ms. Jacqueline Johnson, thank you for distributing today's certificates. Thank you for your kind and generous spirit. Thank you. A big thank you to the colleges, universities, and in particular the students and professors who have always embraced our vision for this event. Monroe College, University of Technology, Jamaica, UWI Center for Hotel and Tourism Management, University of the Virgin Islands, thank you. To our esteemed judges, a big thank you for your time and dedication. Thank you for evaluating the 2014 business plans and for assessing today's presentation. Ms. Andrea Hutchinson, consultant, the marketing group, thank you. Mr. Hugh Hoff, president of the Green Team, thank you. Mr. Benjamin Maniendo, vice president of academic affairs at the Professional Business College, thank you. Ms. Lachey Maskell, our accurate timekeeper, great job. Our sponsors, you've added great value to today's event. The Sandals Foundation, represented by Mr. Adam Stewart. City Tech Solutions, represented by Mr. Leo McFarlane. David Williams Funeral Home, represented by Mr. David and Mrs. Pauline Williams. The CTO member countries for the beautiful gift baskets and for providing the items for the door prizes. Thank you. To our media sponsors, Travel and Leisure, USA Today, our lightning partner, the Empire State Building Lightning Partner for your exposure. To Ms. Bonita Morgan, your closing remarks were truly encouraging. Thank you very much. Ms. Selma Brown, thank you for your guidance throughout the years. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be remiss of me not to mention some of the Students' Colloquium Committee members who are present here today, who have added great value to today's event. And I wish to present to you Mr. Domain Crawley. He's from Jamaica. They already know. Mr. Brentford George from St. Vincent. Mr. Robert Rohr from the Netherlands. And Mr. Lachey Maskell from Barbados. To all of our ushers, volunteers, well-wishers, and staff of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, thank you all. Have a great evening. Thank you for your support today.